Hi Flosstube, I'm Annie and I am the Proper Stitcher, and welcome to episode 114. If this is your first time joining me, I am so glad you stopped by today. This is a channel where I like to talk about cross stitch and hopefully give you inspiration to fully finish your projects. And if you are returning, thank you so much for your continued support and all of your wonderful comments you send my way. I appreciate each and every one of you. So it is November 30th. Last Thursday was Thanksgiving here in the States, and I hope that you all had a wonderful day celebrating with your family, your friends, and hopefully had some wonderful company and good food and was able to just enjoy being with people, but also getting some downtime and some time to relax. So last week, Gray came home from school. I told y'all when I was recording, she came home the night before, so they got here last Tuesday. Gray traveled from Michigan with two of her friends. One of her friends is her roommate, and she lives in Hawaii. So it was too far for her to travel home for such a short weekend, so she came home with Gray for the holiday. And then her other friend had just visited with her family, and it also was just such a short weekend that she decided to try something new and travel with a college friend, Gray, home for Thanksgiving. So we had those three girls here last week. Tristan was out of school last week, starting on Wednesday, and we just had a house full. It was so much fun. Gray enjoyed showing her friends around Knoxville. They had to do a lot of work. They still had homework and schoolwork to do because they went back to school and only have 2 weeks left before they come home. So they were preparing for exams and research papers and all those kinds of things. So they still had some work to do. So they went to coffee shops to do some work. They did some studying. They went shopping. And then on Thanksgiving, we had a great day just being home. Everybody had a good time. I really wanted to make sure that I had food that all the girls liked and foods that were their favorites that their parents usually prepare for them. So I asked in advance for some of their requests, and thankfully they told me a few things that they wanted, and we were able to add that into our menu. So Thanksgiving was great. I pulled something in my shoulder. I don't know what I did, but I felt like I was just like this all day, and it's still sore a little bit. I'm still laughing about it. I was probably lifting the turkey. Not sure what happened, but Matt was great. He helped with the dishes. He helped keep things running smoothly in the kitchen. So we just had a really good time. And usually we decorate the tree on Thanksgiving evening, and we decided to wait and do that on Friday. We were all really tired, and it had just been such a long day. So we put it off till Friday, which was the best plan because we were able to really enjoy taking our time decorating. We didn't feel rushed. Nobody was tired. So on that day, on Friday, Black Friday, Gray took her friends downtown. The rest of us, Tristan, I think, went on a run. The rest of us just kind of cleaned up and kind of relaxed a little bit. But then that evening, we had a good dinner, and we were able to decorate the Christmas tree. So that was a lot of fun. And then on Saturday, we went to the mountains. Gray wanted to take her friends to see the Smoky Mountains. And so I got up with them on Saturday morning. I was their driver so that they didn't have to worry about navigating the roads, and because it's a lot of back roads, especially if you want to avoid the traffic. So I was their driver. Tristan was my co-pilot, and all the girls sat in the back. So that was a lot of fun. It was a beautiful day. It was just a great way to end the weekend of them being here. And then they got up bright and early Sunday morning and left at 7 a.m. And I was worried about them driving home because I knew that they would be driving into snow up in Michigan. So fortunately, they were able to get there, no problems. Of course, it was snowing, but it wasn't bad. It wasn't anything that they weren't used to. So they're home. They're back up there. They're safe. Just 2 weeks left in the semester. Oddly enough, Gray will be home next weekend. She'll be home the weekend of the 10th. So it seems like she was just here. She'll be back. So that's exciting. Tristan, trucking along, trying to finish up this semester. He's really down to the last few weeks, which this is a pretty big important semester for him. And then Matthew got sick. I guess the girls brought something home with them. It never fails. You get together with these large groups and people from all over, and someone's going to get sick. So Matt got sick with a cold, but he's finally feeling better today. So we were disappointed that Jennifer could not join us, my sister-in-law, but she will be here for Christmas. So we're looking forward to seeing her then. So that is all of my life updates. I hope you all had a wonderful Thanksgiving. Thank you all for answering that question about, do you go Black Friday shopping? Do you stay home? And surprisingly, I would say 95% of you said that you stay home and do not go shopping on Black Friday. So that was really fun to read all of your comments and reasons behind it. And but then some of you love going shopping. It's a family tradition, and I understand that. My sister loves to go Black Friday shopping. So everybody has a different plan and a different reason for it. So, okay, so let's get into today's episode. We are going to go, I have some announcements for you. I have some previous finishes to share with you. I have some whips. I don't even think I have haul. I haven't bought anything this week. And then we have our giveaways. So what I'm going to do this time, because I have a lot of things on my table, I want to clear the space after each segment. So I'm going to pause and put things away. So grab a pen and paper, grab your favorite beverage, and grab your cross stitch, and let's get started. First announcement I wanted to share with you all is a reminder that tomorrow is December the 1st, and all of my Christmas and winter new releases will be on my Etsy shop. I released 6 patterns about 5 weeks ago, and I released them directly to the stores, the local needlework stores, online needlework stores, and to Hoffman Distributing. And I wanted to give the brick and mortar and the online shops and everybody about 5 weeks to sell directly to their customers before I put these patterns in my Etsy store. I've said it before, I'll keep saying it, I really do believe in supporting our needlework stores, online, brick and mortar, all of those things. And so I wanted to give them the opportunity to sell to you all first. So starting tomorrow, December the 1st, it's been 5 weeks, and these patterns will be available in my Etsy shop. I will link it below. You can go there, you can order directly through me, and I will ship it out to you. I will also have the PDFs available for purchase. So the first one I want to show you, just as a reminder, I have the Gingerbread's Cottage, which can be finished into a drum. And I went over all of these patterns with you all in detail when I released them. These pins are made by a Jersey Girl Stitch Company, and I will link her shop below. This one's called Gingerbread Lane, and you can order those pins directly from her. Teresa does a great job, and I get all of my pins, my decorative pins, from her. But this is one of my favorite releases. Actually, I love them all. But this one is called the Gingerbread's Cottage, and it is going to be available. You can finish it as a drum or as a long pillow. I went over all of that in the new release video. I will also be releasing the Gingerbread's Cottage Ornament Collection, which are these 3 ornaments. So we have Noel. So it is a complement or an accompanied piece with the drum. So we have Noel, and this has the same kind of sugar cookie that we have in these hanging sugar cookies on the drum. So I have all the information in the patterns. This one is the gingerbread man. He is holding the word joy. And I have all of the information available on the pattern. and then this is the third one. These three come together in one pattern. All of my patterns are printed on high quality paper, and they are printed in color. So if you order directly from me, they will come to you in a bag, and they will have the information, of course, and then all of the pattern inside. But if you order it as a PDF download, you'll still have the same information. It'll come to you in a color print. These boards were provided by April Taylor with oh goodness, I've already forgotten. I did this last time and I messed up the wording because of the bag company that we use. So the boards are made by April Taylor with Homestead Needleworks. Homestead Needleworks. So these three come as a set, and she has them on her Etsy shop, and I will list that below as well. So that is the Gingerbread's Cottage, and all of the patterns also have a DMC conversion. So the next one is Holly's Helpers. Also, these pins came from Teresa with Jersey Girl Stitch Company, and this is Holly's Helpers. And this board is from Chantel's 141 Design Company. I will link it below, her shop below. And this is Holly's Helpers. And this is such a sweet little design, such a quick stitch. Holly is decorating the tree. She has her reindeer and her bunny. They're helping her. They're looking up at the snow, falling down. And this is a great stitch to just incorporate in your decorating, but it's also quick and easy enough that it can be for a wonderful gift. So this is Holly's Helpers. The next one is Winter Sampler. And this is to accompany the small samplers that I am designing, one for each season. So this is Winter Sampler. This can be left out all winter. It doesn't have to just be holiday. Again, the pins are from Jersey Girl Stitch Company. You can finish this as a pillow, or you can finish it on a board. The board is also provided by April Taylor with Homestead Needlework. And this is called the Proper Tree Board. And these come to you painted. The boards are already finished and painted for you. The ones provided by Chantel 141 Design Company come to you unpainted, so you can finish them in whatever color you want. This one does have the stenciling of the presents at the bottom. Very, very pretty, and it is painted red. The next one that will be available on my Etsy shop is Peace and Joy. And this is just a beautiful Christmas sampler. You can stitch it all as one piece, or you can chunk it out if you want to do just stitch the top portion, or just the words, or the bottom. All can make beautiful, beautiful pieces, but it is a quick stitch as well. It says, "May there be peace in your home and joy in your heart this Christmas." The board is also from Chantel 141 Design Company. Again, it comes to you unpainted, but you can stain it or finish it in any color you want. So this is Peace and Joy. And then my last release that will be available tomorrow on my Etsy shop is called His Gift. And His Gift says on it, it says, "For God so loved the world." And this is also painted or finished on a Chantel 141 Design Company board. This one is called Stable. And a lot of people have asked me, what color paint did she use on this? Because this will come to you unpainted or unfinished, and you are to paint it. She said she used a dark blue, just a navy blue, and then a natural wood stain for the stable part. It will come to you in two pieces. So the outer ledge here that is painted brown is a separate piece than the backing. So you don't have to worry about spilling over the paint or anything like that. Super easy to paint and finish. All of the fabric that I use this time around is from Grace Notes Fabric. All of that information is on my patterns, and you will also have a DMC conversion. So all of these will be available tomorrow on my Etsy shop, and I just wanted to remind you all that in case you missed the release video and didn't see these up close, you can go back and watch that video where I give all the detailed information on each pattern, but I will also have all that information with each of the listings in the Etsy shop. So I'll link it below. So thank you all so much for your excitement with these patterns. I really do appreciate you who have reached out to your stores and asked them to place an order. They can still order from me directly, or they can go through Hoffman. I know some stores prefer to do that because it's just, they're already filling an order and they only need a couple of other things, so they'll just add that on there. But they can also reach out to me directly. Easy peasy. I get things out right away. All of my patterns are always ready to ship. So if you're wanting a paper copy or if they're wanting the copies, I get them out right away. So the other announcement I have been forgetting to mention to you all is the Jingle Ball. I don't know if you have heard about the Jingle Ball, but that is happening this weekend. It's the second year that the Jingle Ball is an online platform for cross-stitch designers. There are several cross-stitch designers who have exclusive patterns. They'll have all the classes, and all the class kits have already been sold, and all those tickets have been sold, but you can still purchase a $10 general admission ticket, and that gets you into the ball. And what that does is it gives you 3 days of stitchy rooms, meeting people. They will, each designer will also have exclusive patterns that you can purchase directly through them. It's going to be a lot of fun. I did not get to participate last year because I was traveling to Spring Green, Wisconsin to the Country Sampler, which is my favorite store to go visit during the holidays. It's such a beautiful store. But I was traveling last year, and I could not participate in the Jingle Ball. So I'm excited to see what it's all about. I know Hands On Design is one of the designers. Hello from Liz Matthews, Lindy Stitches, Teresa Kogut, just to name a few. There are, I think there will also be other vendors available to communicate with and order from. So it is not too late to order your ticket. I believe you can order it the day of and the weekend of. So I will link the Jingle Ball below. There have been several YouTube videos about the Jingle Ball through Lindy Stitches, her website, and Hands On Design, and Liz Matthews and Teresa Kogut all have been talking about it in their videos. So I will link it below if you are available this weekend. I think I will probably only be able to pop in a couple of times tomorrow, maybe a couple of times on Saturday, but it goes through Sunday. It's going to be a lot of fun. So I hope you can join us. And if you are in one of the stitching rooms, let me know. I'd love to say hi, and I'd love to meet some of you. So those are all of my announcements. I'm going to pause the video. When I come back, we are going to get into previous finishes. So I promised you all throughout the Christmas season, I would share with you some of my previous Christmas finishes. And last week I shared some things I keep in my kitchen. I shared plum pudding, and I shared, which is a Brenda Gervais pattern, and I shared an advent calendar or countdown to Christmas. I can't remember the name of it, but it's a country cottage needlework pattern that I finished a few years ago. This week, and the week before that, I did all my Judy Whitman JBW Designs patterns. This week, I decided to bring my Prairie Schooler Christmas patterns or finishes, because the reason I wanted you to see these is so you can see the progression of my finishing. So for those of you who are new to my channel, my philosophy on my YouTube, my Flosstube channel, is that I really wanted to come to you all when I started my channel 114 episodes ago, 2 years, almost 3 years ago, that I wanted to take the fear out of finishing. I wanted you all to understand my philosophy, which is I would rather have a finished project than a perfect project. And what that means is I had met so many people along the way through cross-stitch retreats and just through visiting them at cross-stitch stores or just friends that were too afraid to fully finish their own projects or their own cross-stitch finishes because they were worried they were going to mess it up, or they were going to cut too short or make a mistake, or they can't finish like a professional, and so on and so on. But then what happens is sometimes it's cost prohibitive where you cannot send your pieces or all of your pieces to be fully finished. So then we have a stack of finishes that we never get to. So my take on my channel from the beginning has been, I want to take that element of fear out of your finishing. So the reason I like sharing with you all my Prairie Schoolers is because I first started trying to finish by my own hands a Prairie Schooler set of ornaments. And I don't have all of them because some of these were put on the back of the tree because apparently whoever was hanging them thought they were not front tree quality worthy. You know how you put the pretty ornaments on the front of the tree, you put your favorite ones on the front. Well, I found these on the back. So that means somebody who hung these on my tree decided that they were not worthy of going to the front or where it's visible all the time. So I had to laugh because I don't know where the rest of them are. They must be further hidden on the back of the tree. So what happened was I used to send my pieces to a professional finisher, and she did a beautiful job. I still send things to her from time to time, but it started to get cost prohibitive. It was getting too expensive, and I really thought, okay, I'm going to try this. I'm going to learn how to do this. And so I bought a sewing machine. I didn't even know how to use a sewing machine. And that's how I got into quilting too, is I just bought a Singer, just the introductory style or size sewing machine from Joann's, and I thought, I'm going to do this. I'm going to learn how to finish my own pieces. Well, this is before I came up with my own set of rules, which is practice on scrap fabric before you do this. And I just went right to it. I'm going to do this. I'm going to finish this. It can't be that hard. And well, I made a mess. So let me show you these three. I have all of these from this booklet. I don't even remember what booklet these are from, but I have them all stitched and they're all equally messy, but I still like them and I still enjoy them and I'm still proud of them and put them on my tree. Apparently other people in my family are not as proud of them because they were on the back of my tree. But here we go. Here is one of them. So you can see how I cut way too close. It's not even. I made a huge mess. And I just wanted to show these three to you so you can see that I've come a long way from finishing. These I probably finished, I want to say maybe 10 years ago, maybe longer. I mean, my children were in elementary school and they're now in college and high school. I mean, it's high school senior. This one's my favorite. I may one day stitch these again and I bring them out every year to show you, but I did not know what I was doing. But I still tried and I still did it and nobody was hurt doing this. My pride's hurt this year because they're on the back of the tree, but nobody was hurt making these. But I learned so much from doing this. It's trial and error. I learned so much from doing this. So these three were the first pieces I ever tried to fully finish. So no secrets here. Now that I showed you these, I will now show you my others that I have finished. Now these three were professionally finished. So this was back when I was sending things to a professional finisher. So wait a minute. Yes, this one was sent to a professional finisher. This is, and to all again, I don't remember, these are part of the annual Santas. I don't remember what year this one is. This one is also a professional finisher, did this one. Beautiful, beautiful stuffing. She did a great job. I love how she added the bells on the bottom. And this one was also sent to the professional finisher. Just, even after all of these years, they're still just perfectly stuffed. The stuffing has kept up. These, of course, were on the front of the tree. So whoever put these on the tree felt like these were front of the tree worthy. And I can see why. They are beautiful. She did a really good job. And then the next three, or the rest of them, I finished myself. So this one is one I think I showed y'all last year. And I added the little scissor charm to this one, and it's already kind of tarnished a little bit. I might have to replace that. This one, it says, "Let It Snow." And this is one I think I finished last year. And then this is the last one? North Wind. So I finished those last year. And then several years ago, this was when the first Christmas I had a Flosstube. I think I shared these with y'all. This is from the Button Up booklet. This is stitched as one big piece, and they have different squares, different images of children playing in the snow. I took 3 of these images and made ornaments with them. I have this still kitted, and I need to go back and finish the others. So I finished these on little flat sticky boards and added the greenery and the blue. It's a blue and green and red plaid. And then I added the blue bows. This one has a red bow. And I added a bell on some of these. I think this one has a little snow hat on it. These are some of my favorites. And then the last Prairie Schooler to share with you. This is a portion of, I think, the December booklet, and I only did a small portion of it. But I finished it on a giant sled. And this little sled I got from a one of those craft markets that you go to during the holidays. This one was at a barn that we had here a few years ago. And I put some greenery on it. I had this wooden ornament that I added to it and this bow, and it hangs. At our old house, I had it on our fireplace, but we don't have a place for it really this year, but it still comes out. It keeps getting moved around the house. We're trying to find the right place for it, but I just love Prairie Schooler patterns. There's just something magical about them. They're very simple. They're fun to stitch. They're simple, but very detailed. I just love stitching Prairie Schooler all the seasons that they have. But I really wanted to show y'all my Christmas finishes because some of you have not seen the my very first attempt at finishing some of those. So I wanted to share those with you. Okay, so those were my previous finishes. So let me clear this out of the way, and then we'll go into my whips, and then we'll go into our giveaways. Okay, so I am going to admit that I only have 2 whips from last week. It was just truly a time that I wanted to spend with family. I wanted to take some time and spend with Gray and her friends and with Tristan and Matt. And of course, I was exhausted at the end of the day, every day, cooking breakfast, lunch, and dinner for everybody and having extra people in your house. It takes a different kind of energy, especially for me, but it was so much fun. But I did not get to stitch as much as I wanted to. I did do my Thanksgiving Day start, which was the small blackbird design, and I did get to work on Floral Motif. So I worked on Floral Motif for a couple of nights. It was one of those comfort stitching. I've talked about it before, and I just didn't want to put it down, and I'm getting closer and closer. I keep doing this because I have a hole, like I'm working towards the center of a hole. You'll see in a second. And I keep seeing that hole getting smaller and smaller. So it was exciting to work on it. So let's get into that. Let's start with the Thanksgiving Day start. I had decided that I wanted to start something small on Thanksgiving, potentially so I could have it finished by Christmas. Maybe this will be a gift, maybe it'll be an ornament, but I really think it's something that can stay out all year. It doesn't scream Christmas to me, but it's a gift box, and it is from this book, Christmas Garden. And this book has several little small pieces in it. But Christmas Garden, I really was tempted to start this one here. This is called Naughty or Nice, but I just didn't want to this time. I started this little box. Here's a better picture of it. I started this little box top right here. So it is super tiny. I may finish it as an ornament. I may finish it on top of a box. I just don't know. But let me give you the dimensions on it. So just to put it into perspective. So this is stitch count, 47 stitches wide, 49 stitches high. On 35 count, it's going to come to 2 5/8 by 2 7/8 of an inch. So here's some more images of it. These books are so pretty. I know that these Blackbird books are a little bit more expensive, but they're worth every penny of it. I mean, you get detailed instructions, you get beautiful colored pages, and so many beautiful photographs. I have a collection of them, and I look through them like they are magazines. I look at them all the time, just like I'm flipping through a magazine. I just love them so much. So here is my start, and I am using, I changed some of the colors. I'll share those with y'all. They're not with me, they're in my chair. But I changed a couple of the colors. I'll let you know next week what colors I changed, primarily because I didn't have the called for colors in my stash. I'm stitching this on 40 count Cream and Sugar by Fiber on a Whim. I didn't have any 35 count. And the 36 count that I had was too dark. I really wanted this to be more creamy, but that's my start. And so I've started the top. And I know I changed this to Rose Garden, I believe, which is a Gentle Arts color. The red that it calls for is Red Pear. And the Red Pear that I had, which is a Weeks Dye Works color, it was too pink. I wanted it to be a lot more of a red color. So I've done the top 3 little big circles. Super quick stitch. I can tell this is going to be done really fast. And I'm using 1 strand of floss over 2. I've kept the green the same color, which is Endive. I always have a lot of Endive. That is a Gentle Arts color. The brown color is Fool's Gold, which is a Classic Colorworks. I can't remember what gold I've switched it to. I think Yield Gold with Classic Colorworks. I'll confirm all those colors, but I only changed the colors because I didn't have the called for colors for the gold. And then I didn't care for the red for this particular piece. So that is just called Gift Box. And that is in the Christmas Garden Blackbird Designs book. Now, my next work my whip that I worked on, I did not iron it. So sorry. One of those days. I usually like to iron these for you so you can see the stitches a little bit better, but I did not this time. So this is one that y'all have been following along for a while. This is the Scarlet House Floral Motif Sampler. And I appreciate y'all cheering me on from the sidelines because this is one of those, I don't usually finish really big pieces. And this is one that has been a labor of love. I just have enjoyed it. I've enjoyed showing it to you all periodically, but it's just been so much fun. And I thank you so much, Brenda, from Brenda and the Serial Starter. Brenda is the one who got us started on this a couple of years ago, and it has just been so much fun. So I'm excited to show you my progress. So here's my progress since last week. And as you can see, this circle is getting smaller. So what I worked on since I last saw you, let me see if I can remember. So I worked on, I finished this motif here. I think last time I didn't have the flowers in that basket. Then I came up here and I did this one. And then I did that little bitty one. And then I came back down here and I did this one. This was probably, hang on, let me get this a better position. This was probably my favorite motif that I have stitched in this whole project. This one right here. This purple is called Loganberry, and that is a Gentle Arts color, and it is so pretty. Now, keep in mind, I've talked about how this is being stitched on 40 count, and so when it's on 40 count, I'm using the 1 strand of floss. So when you pull 1 strand of floss, it's going to be a different shade of color than if you're stitching using 2. So if you're stitching this on 32 count, then that color is going to be a different look to it. So because I'm using the 1 strand, it's just got a little bit different of a tone to it. But Loganberry and White Wash, I think the green is Chives. It may be Cucumber, I can't remember. Those are the 2 greens that are used a lot. And then Black Licorice is the black basket. But this is such a pretty motif. I had so much fun stitching that one. I think I may have stitched these 2 as well. I can't remember. I got a lot of stitching done on this past week. Oh, and I stitched this one. This one was done this week too. So I think I stitched, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because I got this little doodad. These little doodads are fun because they're really quick. You get them done right away. So I think I did 1, 2, 3. I started this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then finished half of one and started half of one. So like 6.5, 7 of these little motifs were done this past week. I just was on a roll. I found something I wanted to watch on TV, and that usually helps. So as you can see, that little hole is getting smaller. So this really, honestly, may be a finish this year. So much fun. The Floral Motif Sampler by Scarlett House is still available. I am stitching this on 40 count Picture This Plus Mallow, which cannot be purchased anymore, but there are so many colors that this would be beautiful on. And I am using all of the called for floss. There is a DMC conversion, and I am stitching it 1 strand of floss over 2 linen threads. Highly recommend this pattern. It is so much fun to stitch. So those were my 2 whips this past week. I know it doesn't sound like a lot, but now that I'm counting out all those little motifs, you can see why. I was just so focused on it. I really, really wanted to get it done. Okay, so let's go into the giveaways from last week. Again, thank you all so much for answering. If you'd like to go Black Friday shopping, a lot of us are saying, why do we need to go to the store anymore? We can go online now. And so many stores start their sales early, so you don't have to worry about going on that Friday. It's great. But okay, so let's go into the winners from last week. So last week we had some giveaways from the Fat Quarter Shop, and then I pulled a few from my stash, and then I have some PDF patterns that are available. So the first one is Chicken Club Penny. We have 2 of these. The first one goes to Nola McNeely, so that's N-O-L-A, Mac M-C, so McNeely, N-E-E-L-Y, 7857. The second one goes to Arlene Curry, A-R-L-E-N-E, Curry. And then the next giveaway is Fall Harvest Cross Stitch. This is an It's So Emma pattern. And the first one goes to Mick, M-I-C, Mick Stitches in Indiana. Mick Stitches in Indiana. The second one goes to Joanne March. And then number 3, I have 2 of these Celebrate with Quilts quilt books. Beautiful books from Fat Quarter Shop. This one goes to Elizabeth Brewer, 341. And the next one goes to Janice Long, 624. And then I have a cross stitch pattern. This is Thankful Thoughts. This is from my stash. This was given to us from a viewer. This one goes to Tamra, T-A-M-R-A, Pierce, P-E-A-R-C-E, 237. And then we have 5 of you have won a PDF download of any of my patterns of your choice. The first one goes to Julie McLean, M-A-C-L-E-A-N, 679. The next one goes to Alicia Ortwine, O-R-T-W-E-I-N. The next one, number 3, goes to Kathy Birch, B-U-R-C-H, 9591. The 4th person is T, the letter T, Loves Stitching. And number 5 goes to Jeannie, J-E-A-N-N-E, Geebe, G-I-E-B-E, 2718. So if I called your name, please send me an email at theproperstitcher@gmail.com. Tell me what you won. If I need your address, send me your address. If you want a PDF, let me know which one you would like for me to send back to you, and I'll get those out to you. I have caught up on all of the giveaways. Everything's been labeled, shipped, and out the door. If for some reason you have won a giveaway from me and you have not heard from me, please reach back out to me. It happens sometimes. I get a lot of emails, and sometimes those emails get lost in the shuffle. Giveaways, sometimes those emails go to my spam and I don't see them. So don't worry about feeling like you're bothering me by emailing me again and sending me a gentle reminder. That's okay. I don't mind. I would rather you do that than we go a gift unclaimed or a giveaway unclaimed. So please don't hesitate to reach back out to me, and I'll get it back out in the mail to you. It happens. I've got a lot of stuff going on in this room, just between things that come in the mail, things that are going out in the mail. So in my giveaway basket, it's sometimes when things are left unclaimed, they pile up, and then the people, they just get mixed up with the ones who have won. I am working on a better system, but don't hesitate to let me know if you did not receive an email from me. I will be more than happy to correct everything. Okay, so the giveaways for this week. So here's what you do if you want to enter to win a giveaway. You like my channel, you subscribe to my channel, like the video, and answer the question below. So usually I'll ask you a question, and then we go from there. Then you list the number 1, number 2, and so on. One thing I forgot to share, which is one of the giveaways today. So let me show this to y'all first. So this is from the Crafty Bluebonnet Designs. So April Jackson, she is someone that has become a friend of mine. She reached out to me several months ago that she and her daughter started designing cross-stitch designs, and I shared them with you when they released their first ones. And they do these cute, beautiful spool patterns. Well, she sent this to me because she knows I love blue, and she designed this pattern, and she gave a copy to me, and she will either give to the winner either a PDF copy of this pattern or a paper copy, whichever you prefer. We will just get you in touch with April, and she'll send you whatever you want. But this is called Sewing Therapy. And so here is the pattern. Let me fold it because that's how it would come. But her company, I'll list it below, her site is Crafty Bluebonnet Designs, and April and Haley is her daughter. So here is this one, and it's called Sewing Therapy, and it says Sewing and Needle Therapy in Progress. But look at that beautiful spool with the blue and cream sort of quilt star, just a Quaker star, just so pretty. Love it, love it, love it. This is definitely one that I can see stitched in a sewing room or on a pillow or framed or on a board. It is so pretty. But thank you, April. I appreciate that. She just said that she wanted to give back to my viewers because, because she reached out to me and asked questions before she started releasing her patterns, and she just appreciated that help and that time. But she also appreciates you because a lot of you, after I showed some of her first patterns, went over and checked out her site, and ever since then you now can find her patterns in stores. You can find them online. Hoffman has them. Even the Fanciful Flamingo has used her before in some of her subscription boxes. It has just been amazing. Or she had some of her designs, or she was featured as one of her Zoom guest designers. I mean, she's just really, she and Haley have come a long way, and they have done a phenomenal job, and I just love this pattern. So let's go back, talk about how to enter to win. But April, thank you so much for sharing that with us. I cannot wait to see who wins this pattern, and that will be our first giveaway this week. But again, if you would like to be entered to win any of the giveaways, all you do is like the video, subscribe to my channel, answer the question below, and then list the number that you would like to be entered to win. So here we go. This week, I would like to know, what is your favorite Christmas carol or Christmas song? I know there's so many fabulous songs out there, and wonderful traditional and new music that is out there. I like listening to everything from Michael Bublé to all of the 1950s, all the Bing Crosby's, Nat King Cole, all of those, Brenda Lee, all of those. But for me, I wanted to list my favorite traditional Christmas hymn, and I love "O Holy Night." That is my favorite. It always has been. And "Silent Night." "Silent Night" is a song that we sing at the end of a Christmas Eve service, and as they turn the lights off, and then at the end of the song, the star is lit over the altar, and I don't know why, I always get emotional every year, every time. It just does something to me. But those two are my favorite two songs. So I would like to know, list it below, answer that question below. What is your favorite Christmas song? So here we go for this week's giveaways. Number 1 is from Crafty Bluebonnet Designs Sewing Therapy. You will get either a paper copy or a PDF copy of this chart, Sewing Therapy. Number 1. Number 2 is from the Fat Quarter Shop. 2 of you, I have several from Fat Quarter Shop this week, so 2 of you will get a set of 3 quilt patterns. We have Alpine Blooms. This is an It's So Emma pattern. Do-Si-Do, another It's So Emma pattern. And Dewdrops, It's So Emma pattern. So 2 of you will have the opportunity to win these 3 quilt patterns. Thank you, Fat Quarter Shop. Number 3 is 2 of you will have the opportunity to win Chicken Club Pearl. So this is number 3. We have 2 of those. Number 4 is, we have 2 more quilt patterns. This one is 2x2. This is a small pattern, or a small quilt. And then Millie's Dresses. So that is number 4. 2 of you will have the opportunity to win those 2. Let's keep these organized. Number 5, we have from Fat Quarter Shop. We have 2 of you will have the opportunity to win the November Stackables and cross stitch pattern and October Stackables. So that's number 5. 2 of you will have that opportunity. Number 6, you have 2 of these as well. So I kept this in the bag, the protective bag that it came in. These are the giant mesh bags. This is called the Big Hexie Project Bag, and it can hold everything you need for stitching on the go, but this can carry up to 18-inch squares. So it is a big, big bag. So you get, 2 of you will get this bag and the Autumn Days ornament collection. So we have 2 of these. Number 6. Those are big, and sorry for the crinkle. I just did not want to take them out of those bags so that I can ship them to you protected and everything. And then number 7, 5 of you will have the opportunity to win a PDF pattern, one of my patterns in a PDF form. So 5 of you will have that opportunity, and that is number 7. So those are our giveaways for this week. Hopefully a good selection of everything for you. I hope you all have a wonderful week. Get some good stitching time in. Hopefully get to relax. Let me know if you have any questions about any of my patterns. Go and check them out tomorrow on my Etsy site starting December the 1st. And thank you so much. I am still working on my Valentine patterns and my spring releases. So I'm excited to start bringing some little sneak peeks of those to you all soon. But that is where my brain is lately, is we're all celebrating Christmas, but I'm already thinking ahead to spring. So, which is great because it's so cold right now. So I hope you all have a wonderful week. I will see you all next Thursday or Friday. Until then, have a great time and get some stitching done.